Okay, time to talk draft. Frank Frangie, Tony Smith, Hays Carlyon. Number 7, that's where the Jags pick. Tony, I'll start with you. Too high for a tight end, too high for TJ Hawkins?
I'm really looking forward to Hays trying to convince me on this one because I am.
He's chomping at the bit over here.
I know. I am.
TJ.
I know because I am all in on this is too high. I mean, there are 2 tight ends that have been selected 7 or higher in the last 15 years. There are 3 that have been selected in the top 10 since 2009 in the NFL draft, and not all of these guys work out all that well. I also go back to, the guys that we compare Hawkinson to a lot, which are Zach Ertz, obviously, and Travis Kelce as far as guys coming into the league. That's what you're looking for. Nick Foles had Ertz, all that kind of stuff. You look at what the teams who drafted them did and wound up getting their tight end. They waited and took what? An offensive lineman when they were picking in the top 5. It was Lane Johnson and Eric Fisher. Hays, I would love to have you do it, but right now I am solidly on the it's too high for a tight end
Prosecution, rest, defense.
Yeah, well, that's going to be tough to beat. I think the Jaguars can take the draft book and the draft history and throw it out the window and burn it. This is a team that's got to score touchdowns. This is a team that's got to do that on the ground and through the air. TJ Hawkinson helps both. TJ Hawkinson can block on the edge. He can help Leonard Fournette get the ground game going. And he also gives Nick Foles a primary receiver, which he just doesn't have right now. If Dede Westbrook is your best receiver, you don't have one. So I think TJ Hawkinson comes in and is able to provide an immediate red zone threat, third down threat, and also a playmaker to give this passing game some explosion.
Here's why I agree with Hays. Not because he's on my show, because I don't particularly like either one of you. But I agree with Hays because I think the rules are different now, Tony. Back in the day, you're right. Tight ends didn't go this high. Well, 5'9" quarterbacks didn't go 1 overall either.
Sure.
I think the game has changed. I think the field has spread. I think tight ends are more important than ever. As fast as defensive backs have gotten, I think the matchup problems that tight ends cause is more extreme than it's ever been. And for that reason, you have to have one. And I think they're going to move up higher and higher in the draft, not just the Jaguars. I think you're going to see tight ends go into the top 10 way more than you ever have.
Maybe, but it would have to start at some time, right? And I'm not sure I want to be the guinea pig on the tight end test in the NFL draft when you're talking about a team that has the needs that they have. They could use an offensive lineman. For me, it's all about the defensive line. I know we're talking tight end. It's if you assume that Hawkinson is as good as he's going to be, right? Say that he does turn into Kelce, and we're assuming that he's going to turn into that type of player. Well, what if I want to assume Ed Oliver's going to be John Randall, right? And if I have the opportunity at number 7 to get John Randall or Travis Kelce, I'd rather have John Randall, right? Like if they're going to turn into their absolute best selves, that's what I would rather have. And I think there's more value if you're going with one of the line of scrimmage guys than there are, generally speaking, with going with the tight end.
Would I rather have John Randall than Gronk 20 years ago? Yes. Now, I don't know if I'd rather have John Randall than Gronk. Right? I don't know.
I think I still would.
I want to score touchdowns. So that's where that's where I think this franchise is.
All right, number 7, is it too high? We'll find out soon enough.